Hey folks, welcome to Geospatial School. Today I'm going to show you how you can create a canopy height model from Lidar data, and a canopy height model will tell you how tall the trees are from the Lidar data that you have collected or that you have acquired. So we're going to do that in QGIS. It's really simple to do. We're going to do it for a small area so that we can do the processing really quickly. My internet is a little slow today, so hopefully we don't run into any issues because of that. So let's go ahead and get started. To start, I've loaded up a LiDAR data set, and I'm streaming this directly from the internet from the USGS 3-depth LiDAR data. I showed you in my previous video how to do that so that you can load these huge LiDAR data sets directly in QGIS without needing to download anything, and we can even process, save rasters, and do analysis on those data sets without downloading, and that's how we're going to do it. You can see here that I've attributed this, symbolized it by the z-value, so we can kind of see the elevation relief in these areas. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to create first a digital elevation model or a digital terrain model for an area, and then we're going to create a digital surface model for that same area, and the difference of those two will give us the canopy height. Now, before we get into that, I want to just make a quick plug for a great organization, giveinternet.org. They provide devices and internet to people in countries and locations that don't have great access to those things. Excuse me. And they do it so they can have access to knowledge. I don't know about you, but personally, most things I've learned about writing code, GIS, analysis, those skills that gave me good jobs and good opportunities I've learned from the internet. So if you feel so inclined, you can click the link below to go and give back to those who don't have what you might have. They also have some merch. You can see I've got their Ignite Curiosity hoodie on here. You can check that out at their website as well. And if you use the link below, your donation will get matched by one of their donors. So it's a 2-for-1. All right, now back to the video. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to go to my processing toolbox, and I'm going to come into my point cloud conversion here, and I want to export to raster using triangulation. I'm going to use triangulation because it will interpolate through the whole raster and not leave any no data or empty spots. I showed you this in the previous video. So we'll select export to raster. It's going to pull up this dialog here. I want to use a filter expression so I can create just a digital terrain model. And the way I do that is by selecting classification equals 2, which is our ground classifications. We just need one equal sign, and we will say OK. And now I'm going to set a cropping extent, and I'm going to draw on the map canvas. I'm going to select a very small area so that the processing happens quickly. So I'm going to select this very small area right there, and I'm going to copy this so that I can use it for my next calculation. I'm going to save this to a file just to make sure things work out just fine, and I'm going to save this as my DTM YT for YouTube. This is the terrain model, and we will hit enter to save that, and now we're going to run it. And once again, hopefully this does not take too long. I'll pause it while the run happens, and then I'll pop back to you and you'll see what we have. All right, that finished. It took just a couple of minutes. I'm going to click close here. You can see we now have that digital terrain model there. I'm not going to zoom in on it just yet. First, I'm going to run this tool again. We are going to change a couple of things. We're going to change the filter expression. This time we want it to be return number equals 1. We want first returns to get a digital surface model. Okay, and where return number equals 1 and classification does not equal, we want to find noise. And we could filter out other things. Let's do classification is not equal 7. And then do or classification, where did it go here? does not equal 18, which is high noise. Okay, so let's get rid of those so we don't have any noise points in our output. So this gives all first returns except for those high noise first returns. Let's say OK. And now our cropping extent, we're going to paste in what we copied the last time. And I'm going to save this to a file. And I will save this as DSM for digital surface model, YT for YouTube, save and run. And once again, this will take just a couple minutes to complete, and I will pause it while it runs. Just a note while this is running, the parameters here, we did just leave the resolution of the density raster to 1, which is going to be 1 meter. I did that the same on both of those. I did not explain that. You can see here that we finished running. It took just a couple of minutes. I'm now going to close this. We have our digital surface model there and our digital terrain model also. I'm going to now turn off the point cloud. This will load faster when I zoom in. And we can take a look at what we have here. So here's our DSM. Here's our DTM. We can see they are indeed different. And now we want to get canopy height out of this. And we're going to do that by using the raster calculator. I'm just going to search for that down here in the bottom left corner. Raster calculator. There are different options here. I'm going to go ahead and click this QGIS version. And depending on your QGIS version, you might have a different symbol for this, but the raster calculator has existed in QGIS for a lot of different iterations. And let's choose some input layers. Let's choose our DSM and our DTM. Say OK. And now this has changed. This has changed. We can open up this expression here. It used to be you'd get this right up in the dialog, but now we can just open the expression here. We want to do digital surface model minus digital terrain model. We want to say OK. Output cell size, we'll leave it empty. It should come out the same as the inputs. We're going to leave this the same. It should come out the same as the inputs. And now let's save to a file. And I'm going to call this CHM for canopy height model, YT for YouTube. Save. I'm going to save it as a TIFF. Let's go ahead and hit run. And that happened very quickly. So now we can close that. Let's turn off these two layers. You can see that we range from just a slightly negative value up to about 20 meters in height. And we can come in and let's change our layer styling just a little bit here. Single band pseudo color. And there you can see vegetation heights. We could even choose a different color ramp, something that's more inclined to tree heights maybe. I'm not sure what that might be, but we could do red, yellow, and green. And we can see that we get red for those values near 0, yellow for medium vegetation, and green for high vegetation. And so that's how you can create a canopy height map in QGIS. Really simple to do. We didn't even have to download any data for it. And we can pull our value tool up to see how high a tree is in a certain location. You can see here we have this one's nearly 20 meters high, or about 70 feet if you're in the United States. And we can see how that changes across the landscape. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, if you feel so inclined, go support Give Internet. Give someone access to the internet and a device to use it so they can learn knowledge and advance their position in life. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.